Hello everyone, how are you all? I hope you all are safe at your home. Myself Goldie Dull from Shiv Jyoti Educational Group, Kota. So, today we are going to start our chapter number 4, Pronouns of English Grammar of class 3. Just open your books, your grammar books on page number 12. It is your chapter number 4, Pronouns. Open your books, take a pencil and eraser with you. Okay. Now, I will start this chapter with an example. Okay. Now, I am going to give you example. Like, I am saying few sentences, just observe those sentences. Radha is my friend. Radha is a beautiful girl. Radha lives in Delhi. Radha has a new dress. Now, what I am doing, again and again I am repeating noun Radha, Radha, Radha. Is it sounding good? No, it does not sound good. So, what shall I do? I have to replace noun Radha with a word she. Now listen. Radha is my friend. She is very beautiful. She lives in New Delhi. She has a new dress. Now what I have done here? I have replaced noun Radha with a pronoun she. Okay, so she is a pronoun which replaces noun Radha. Okay, now I will give you one more example. Like I have a bottle. My bottle is of red color. My bottle is very big. Now what I am doing here? I am again and again using word bottle. So what shall I do? I have a red bottle. It is red in color. It is large or big. So what I have done here? I have replaced word bottle with pronoun it. So what are pronouns? Pronouns are the words which replaces nouns in the sentences. Okay? Pronouns are the words which replaces nouns in the sentences. Now I think it is clear to you. So let's begin. A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun. Okay? Here example is here. Seema has a new bag. Here Seema is noun and bag is also noun. Now what is done here? Here Seema is replaced by she. Okay? So she is a pronoun because it replaces Seema. And she carries it to school. What Seema is carrying to school? A new bag. So here new bag is replaced by it. So here she and it are pronouns because they are replacing nouns in the first sentence. Okay. Now here table is given singular pronouns and plural pronouns. Like singular nouns and plural nouns, singular pronouns and plural pronouns are there. Okay. You must be knowing what is singular and what is plural. Okay. Singular means when we are talking about one person or a thing, it means it is singular. And if we talk about more than one thing or a person, it means it is plural. So like that, here singular pronouns and plural pronouns. But before starting this table, before explaining this table, I want to explain you what is first person, what is second person and what is third person. Okay, so listen carefully because it is very important and it will make you clear where to use correct pronoun. Okay, so let's begin. Sorry, yes, first person. Who is the first person? First person is the speaker. Okay, first person is always speaker who is speaking. Right now I am speaking, it means I am the first person. Okay, now first person can be singular also and first person can be plural also. Okay, now if alone I am talking to you, it means first person is singular. Okay, but along with me one more teacher is talking to you. It means we both are talking to you. So first person is plural, more than one. So it is first person is plural. Okay, is that clear? First person is the speaker who is speaking and it can be singular also and it can be plural also. Now second person. Who is the second person? second person is always listener. Okay, the person who is listening to the first person is always the second person. Right now you are listening to me. Okay, it means you are second person. Now second person can be singular also. If one student is listening to me, it means second person is singular, but if more than one student are listening to me, it means second person are plural. Is that clear? Second person? Second person is always a listener who is listening to first person. Now moving to third person. Who is third person? Third person is the person about whom the first person and the second person are talking. Okay, that is always a third person. Again, third person can be singular also and third person can be plural also. Okay, like I say, I am talking to you about that girl. A girl is standing there. So I am saying to you that girl is standing there. She is standing there. So here that girl, she is the third person. So is that clear to you all? First person, second person and the third person. Now it will be clear and easy for you all to understand this table. Now come to this table. Singular pronouns and plural pronouns. Okay, first I will take first person. Okay, in the first line it is written here I, me, we, us. Now these pronouns are used for first person. Okay, let's see how. Here I is first person because I is the speaker always. Okay, and here I we use for when the speaker is singular. Okay, when one person is speaking, we always use I. Okay, now if the speaker, it means first person is plural in number. When two persons are speaking, then we use us or we. Okay, and for singular person, first person, we use I and me, and if the first person is plural, we use we and us. Moving further, mine and ours. Now mine and ours shows us the belonging, shows us the possession. Okay, anything belongs to the first person, that these words shows that. Now mine. Okay, first person singular. For showing possession, we use mine. If I say this book is mine, okay, if I say this book is mine, it means I am using mine pronoun for myself and I am singular here, so I am using mine for myself. First person singular, and to show possession, to show belonging, we use mine. Now moving to ours. Okay, when the first person is plural, okay, when the speaker is plural, to show possession or belonging, we use ours. These books are ours. Okay, now moving to second person. Now as I told you, who is the second person? Always the listener is the second person who is listening to first person. Okay, so second person is always you, whether it is singular or plural, it is always you. So here we have written you or yours. Okay, now if I say I am talking to you, if I am talking to single child, then only I can use I am talking to you. Okay, but if I am talking to so many children, again I can use I am talking to you. I am talking to you all. For second person, singular or plural, we can use you or yours. These books belongs to you, or these are yours books. Okay, now to show belonging, for we use yours, and for plural also, as I told you, we use you and yours. For second person is always listener. Okay, now moving to third person. Okay, Who is the third person? Third person is about whom the first person and second person are talking. Right now, I am the first person and you are the second person because you are listening to me. Now, if the third person is female, if a third person is female and that is singular, then we use she and her. For example, we say Radha is going to a movie. Okay, I am telling to you Radha is going to a movie. So here Radha is the third person. Why Radha is the third person? Because here I am the first person and you are the second person and I am telling to you that Radha is going for a movie. So here Radha is the third person. Okay. Now we can replace Radha by she. Okay, now I said Radha is going for a movie. Radha is wearing a red dress. Okay, now again and again I am repeating Radha. So what I should say? Radha is going for a movie. She is wearing a red dress. Now is it clear to you? Okay, moving further to he and him. Where to use he and him? Again, if we are talking about the third person and if the third person is male, okay, then we use he or him. For example, I am telling to you, Rahul is a good boy. Rahul lives in New Delhi. So, now we will replace Rahul by which word? He. Rahul is a good boy. He lives in Delhi because here Rahul is the third person. I am telling to you about the third person that Rahul is a good boy and he lives in Delhi. Here we replaced Rahul by using he. So here he is pronoun. Okay. Now coming to it. Where to use it? Now it we use for neutered gender. When neuter gender is singular and is third person, we use it. Okay. For example, I can say I have a pencil box. Okay. My pencil box is blue in color. Now here I am talking about a pencil box that is third person and is neuter gender. So again and again I am using pencil box. So what should I say? I have a pencil box. It is blue in color. Now what I have done? I have replaced pencil box by using it here. So it is singular third person pronoun. Okay. Now moving further to his and hers. Now his and hers shows belongings. His and hers shows us the possessions. His shows possession about third person male. If I say this car is Rohit's, okay, or I can say this car belongs to Rohit. In other way, I can say this car is his. Okay, here I have replaced Rohit by using his. So his is possessive pronoun third person to show belonging. Okay, now where to use they and them? If we are talking about third person and the third persons are plural in number, whether it is male, whether it is female or neuter gender, we have to use they or them. If we are talking about so many girls or so many boys, we can use they. They are standing there, whether they are girls, whether they are boys. Like that, theirs. Theirs to use to show possession, to show belongings, okay, but to the third person, and that is plural in number. Okay. Now I hope this table is very clear to you all. Okay. Now moving further to exercise. On your page number 12, exercise A is there. Which nouns do the underlined pronouns replace? Write them in brackets. Okay, what you have to do here? These sentences are complete. Okay, Nouns are used here, and instead of nouns, pronouns are already used here. Now what you have to do, you have to identify that for which noun these pronouns are used. Okay, 2 sentences I will do for you, and rest of all you have to do by yourself. Okay, number 1, Akhil has a pet bird. Okay, here Akhil is 3rd person singular male. Okay, and pet bird is 3rd person singular, but it is neuter gender. Okay, so here we have replaced Akhil by he, because here we are talking about 3rd person who is male and singular. So we have written here he. Okay, and in the blank what we have to write? We have to write Akhil, because we have used he in place of Akhil. So write here Akhil. Okay, keeps it in his house. Okay, now why we use it here? We have used it for pet bird. Okay, because when we use it for 3rd person when neuter gender is singular. Okay, so we have written here it, and what you have to write in the blank? You have to write pet bird. Okay, moving to second sentence, the cats saw some mice. Now here nouns cats and mice, these both nouns are plural but 3rd person. Okay, so what we shall do here? They. Now why we have used they here? We used they for cats, because cats is the 3rd person and it is plural. Okay, as I told you earlier, when the 3rd person is plural, whether it is male, female or neuter gender, we have to use they or them. Now here in the blank you have to write cats. Okay, chased them. Now why we have used them here? We have used them for mice, because mice again is the 3rd person neuter gender plural. So we have used here them. The cats chase mice all around the farm. So I have explained you these 2 sentences. Rest of the sentences you have to do by yourself, and then cross check with the attached PDF with this video. Now moving to the next page, come to page number 13. Now we have done personal and possessive pronouns together in the first table. Here we will start with personal pronouns. Okay, here I am going to explain you only personal pronouns. Okay, pronouns that replace the names of persons or things are called personal pronouns. Okay, now these pronouns only replace the names of persons and things. They don't tell us about the belongings or possession. Okay, they only tell us about the that replace the name of person and things. Okay, now here some sentences are given. Come to the first sentence. I like to draw. Okay, Rohan gave a drawing book to me. Now here I and me are first person singular. Okay, because here I is always used for first person singular. So here I like to draw, Rohan gave a drawing book to me. Here I and me are first person singular pronoun. Moving further, we are playing, come join us. Now we is first person but it is plural, because speaker are 2 or more than 2. So here we have used we, because so many players are playing. Okay, not only one child or one student or one person is playing, but so many children or so many people are playing. So here it is written we are playing, first person plural, we are playing. Come, join us. Okay, now I am saying to you, come, join us. I am asking you to join all of us. Okay, I am not asking you to join only me, because here first person is plural, we all are playing, and I am asking you, come, join us. So here first person is plural, so I have used here us. Moving to next rule, the pronouns I, me, we and us refer to the speaker. Okay, this is the same, this is the explanation of this one only. I, me, we and us refer to the speaker. This I have explained you earlier in the starting of the chapter. Okay, I and me are singular pronouns. They refer to one speaker. Okay. We and us are plural pronouns. They refer to more than one speaker. When the speaker is more than one, we have to use we and us. Okay. Now, the pronoun you refers to the listener. It may be singular or plural. This also I have told you earlier, like second person is always you. It can be singular also and it can be plural also, but we have to use you for second person always. Okay. For example, Radhika, you may go out and play. Here we are talking about only one person. Okay. So here second person is singular. Okay. For that we have used you. Okay. Come to next sentence. All of you must come tomorrow. Here we are talking about all of you. Here we are talking about so many people. Okay, it means you is second person is plural. But again, if the second person is plural, we have to use you. Okay. Now, the pronouns he, she, it, him, her, they and them replace the person and thing the speaker is speaking about. It means these all words we can use for the third person. Okay. Who is the third person? About whom the first person is speaking to the second person is third person. And for third person female, we use she or her. For third person male, we use he and him. And third person neuter gender, we use it. And if the third person is plural, whether it is female, male or neuter gender, we have to use they and them. Again and again I am telling you. Okay. Now let's take some example sentences. He slept after the doctor gave him the tablet. Now he and him. Here he and him are used for the third person who is male. Okay. Now she taught them how to sing. In this sentence, we use she for third person who is singular but female. Okay. And we use them here for the third person and third person is plural here. Okay. It can be female also and male also. Moving to next sentence, they gave her a card. Now again, they is used for third person plural. Okay. And her, it is used for third person female singular. Okay. They gave her card. Soma bought a cake. It was delicious. Now here cake is the noun and it is third person and it is a neuter gender and singular. Okay, one cake was there, so we have used it. Okay, we have used it for cake. It was delicious. Now a table is given here which we have done on the first page of the chapter. It shows us personal pronouns. Okay, now personal pronouns singular and plural. We'll talk about here singular personal pronouns and plural personal pronouns. Okay, now here three categories are there. Speaker. Now who is the speaker? Speaker is the first person who is speaking. Okay. Now listener. Who is the listener? Listener is the second person. Okay. To whom the first person is speaking. Okay. Second person. Now who is the third person? Third person is the person about whom first person is talking to second person. Now if the first person is singular, okay, we use I and me. If the first person is plural, we use we and us. Come to second person. If the second person, it means listener, whether it is singular or plural, we use you. Okay. Moving to third person. Third person about whom the first person is speaking. If it is singular, we use he, she, it, him and her. But if the third person is plural, we use they and them. This table and these all things we have done in the starting of the chapter, and I think now it is clear to you. Now come to exercise B. Fill in the blanks with correct personal pronouns. Now you have to fill these blanks with correct personal pronouns, and for that first you have to observe the nouns. Okay. 2 sentences I will do for you, and rest of the 3 sentences you have to do by yourself. Okay. Number 1, some deer came to the water hole because dash were thirsty. Okay. Now first observe, now here we are talking about deer. Deer is noun. Okay. Now but here deer is plural noun because some is written here. Okay, some deer, we are talking about plural deer. Okay, so many deers are there, deer are there. Some deer came to the water hole because they were thirsty. Now deer is the third person and it is plural, so we have used here they. They were thirsty. Now come to second sentence. When Ankur finished the book, dash put dash back. Now here what should become here? Now first observe the nouns. Ankur and book are nouns. Okay. Now Ankur is the third person. I am talking to you about Ankur. So here Ankur is the third person. It is singular and it is male. So we use he here. Okay. For third person singular male, we always use he. So we have to write here he put. Now here book is also third person and singular and neuter gender, and for neuter gender third person singular we have to use it. So we write he put it back. Okay, is that clear? Now rest of the 3 sentences you have to do by your own. Okay, and you can cross check it with the attached PDF with this video. Now turn the page. Okay. Now on page number 14 again exercises there. Now what you have to do in this exercise C, complete the sentences with him, her, it or them. Now here some personal pronouns are given which are used for third person. Okay, him, her, it we use for third person singular, him for male, her for female and it for neuter gender, and them we use for third person plural, whether it is male, female or neuter gender. Okay, number 1, I don't drink colas. Here colas is plural, it is third person and it is plural. I don't like them. Okay, so you have to write here them, because for third person plural we have to use them. Now I don't know that woman. Do you know? Now here we are talking about a lady, we are talking about a female who is third person but singular, because WOMAN is singular. It is, we are talking about single woman. So it is singular female third person. So we use here do you know her. Okay, this you all know that for third person female, if it is singular we have to use her. So I don't know that woman, do you know her? Okay, question mark is there, so accent will be like that, do you know her? Now rest of the 3 sentences you will do by your own. Now moving further, Some pronouns show belonging or possession. Okay, now we'll talk about belongings or possession. क्या चीज किसकी है? It shows that. We use mine and ours to talk about things that belong to us. Okay, now if the first person is singular, we have to use mine. This book is mine. This duster is mine. That house is mine. Okay, if the first person is singular, then you have to use mine to show possession, to show belonging. Okay, now when to use ours? When the first person or the speaker is plural. Okay, it includes I and some other person. So if the first person is plural, then to show belonging we use ours. If I say these books are ours, those cars are ours, here I am talking about so many first person are there, so many first persons are there, so I am talking about all of us. To show belonging we use ours. Okay, the story book is mine. Here mine is showing first person's belonging, who is singular in number, and the brick house is ours. Here ours is showing us the belonging of plural first person. Is that clear to you all? Okay, moving further, we use yours, hers, his, theirs to talk about things that belong to others. That pen belongs to Anita, it is hers. Now here yours, it is used to show possession or belonging about the second person. Okay, if we talk about second person can be singular also and plural also, and to show belonging about the second person we use yours. Is this book yours? Okay, if the second person is singular, then also I will use yours, and if the second person is plural, again I will use yours. Okay, hers, his and theirs. Okay, these three pronouns we use for third person when the third person is plural. Okay, plural. For plural we use theirs, for singular we use hers and his. When the third person is singular and it is female, we use hers. This book is hers. Okay, and if we are talking about male, third person male who is singular in number, to show belonging or possession we use his. That car is his. Okay, and if the third person is plural, whether it is male or female, to show belonging we use theirs. Okay, for example, these pens are theirs. Okay, here we are talking about third person and we are talking about these pens. These pens belong to them, so we say these pens are theirs. Okay, now moving to the exercise D. Look at the pictures and fill in the blanks with the correct pronouns. Here some pictures are given. You have to observe these pictures and then you have to write correct pronouns in these blanks and the helping boxes there. Okay, number 1, Ajay asked Sonia, are these fish yours? Ajay is talking to Sonia. He is asking her that are these fish yours? He is asking to the second person. So we have to use here yours. Okay, because here first person is talking to the second person. Okay, now second is the kitten is mine. This girl, she is saying, this is the first person, this girl is the first person, and she is telling to some other person, this kitten is mine. Okay, she is showing the belonging of this kitten. Okay, so for the first person singular we use mine. This kitten is mine. Okay, now rest of the 3 sentences you will do by yourself and cross check with the attached PDF with this video. Now come to page number 15. Now some sentences are given here. what you have to do, rewrite the following sentences replacing the underlined words with pronouns. Now I think all the pronouns are clear to you. So what you have to do, you have to replace these nouns with the correct pronouns. Okay. Again, 2 sentences I will do for you and rest of the sentences you will do by yourself. Okay. Number 1, Shiba is sad. Shiba will leave soon. Shiba has to go to Delhi. Here again and again I am using Shiba, Shiba, Shiba. It is not sounding good. So what should I do? I will replace Shiba with she. Why? Because Shiba is a girl and it is singular. Okay. 3rd person singular female. So what should I write here? Shiba is sad. She will leave soon. She has to go to Delhi. Okay. Now moving to next sentence. Ankur bought a fountain pen. Ankur gave the fountain pen to Aisha. Now again here I am using Ankur second time. So from by which pronoun I will replace this Ankur? First observe this Ankur. Ankur is the 3rd person and it is male and it is singular pronoun. Okay. So I will use here Ankur bought a fountain pen. He. Now he will be used here. He gave. Now for the fountain pen, what is fountain pen? Fountain pen is a neuter gender, 3rd person and singular in number. So I will write here, he gave it to Aisha. Okay. Now after full stop, Aisha loved the fountain pen. Here again Aisha is repeating. Now what is Aisha? Aisha is 3rd person female singular. So here I will write she. Okay. She loved it. Okay. Because the fountain pen is the 3rd person and it is singular in number and it is neuter gender. So I think now everything is clear to you. Rest of the sentences you have to do by yourself. Till number 6 you have to do by yourself and then cross check with the attached PDF. Okay. Now here are some questions for your live doubt class. Okay. Now what you have to do in this, you have to replace the underlined nouns with the correct pronouns. Okay. Now here 5 sentences are given and here I have used nouns repeatedly. You have to replace these nouns with the correct form of pronouns. Okay. You will do this in your rough copy and we will discuss this in our live doubt class. Okay. And you have, during the class, you have to text the answers in the chat box. Now I think everything is clear to you. You have understood this chapter very nicely. See you soon with the explanation of the next chapter. Till then, have a nice time.